Alright, it's Ghost and Farius, and let's analyze Sons of Capri Sun versus Virtual Gaming Reality. Game 1, scrims on 26th of June 2019. Let's take a look. So, what I've been doing with this draft is very simple concept, stacked CC on top of one another and try and secure as many kills early on. And I have a super easy time to just pick your win conditions in the late game that you want to focus on and just draw your team towards the victory line. So, very simple concept. If the execution were that simple, then League would not be a very interesting video game. So, we'll see. Minions have spawned. Let's see what's going on. That's a decent ward. That's a very decent ward. This is not a decent ward. You want to make sure... Okay, so let me grab my epic pen. Okay, I'll need borderless for this probably, for this to work. Okay. So do you see the point of early... What is the point of early warding? Think about that for a second. And I'll answer that question when I get this stuff set up. What's the point of early wards, everyone? Okay. Point of early wards is mainly either you check whether people are in the brush right now, but the biggest point is that you see pathways through the jungle. So let's say Sejuani. Early game, she's gonna go like over here, up to this camp, over here, very common, right? And then I have to select the screen again, and then she's gonna go all the way like this, and come on, there we go. And she's gonna move all the way over here, and then goes over here, and usually then you go into either into the enemy jungle for a quick scout, you go gank mid lane, you go top lane, you cross over towards the bot lane, through mid, scout the enemy jungle before you get there. Again, you see the patterns there, right? So you just start by going to level 3, and then you literally do anything. Like, so if you want to go level 3 into bot lane, because you ended up in top, what you do is you transition gank through mid, right? So you take a little touristic route, so to say. And then because you also are next to the jungle, you might take any of these moments to take an even bigger detour and first scout the enemy jungle. And then go to where you want to be. So you're taking these little detours for the jungle, but it all starts by getting your level 3. And why is that? Because a level 1 or 2 Sejuani doesn't do that much. And you clear camps relatively quickly. The quicker you clear them, the quicker they get in respawn. So if you have a champion that clears them well, it snowballs, right? It snowballs if you take them early on. Alright, so the more you take them, the more you're promoted to take them again for the experience, right? So, let's take a look. We got this in mid lane. We got this in top lane. How did we plan it? How did we plan top lane? Top lane said, you know what, we'll push that in. Okay, so what was the plan? Okay, Magaf just dropped to 0 HP. We can't really... This is why I promote heavy usage of the fundamentals. Like, just practice on, like, routes. Because when you practice routes... Let's see... You don't have any spiderlings tanking right now. That is not good. You're tanking this hit. You're not kiting it. And then you have 2 spiderlings, but you tanked it. So first. So there's 3 things. The general underlying thing is making sure that you look at pro play. And refer to how they clear their camp. That gives you a reference to the ideal camp clear. So before you engage in the champion, so you just perfect... Oh my god, this is desynchronized. So, perfect the route, right? And with perfect, this is a loose term. Get good at the route. All the little camps have few mechanics. For example, Gromp, you usually trade 1-for-1 auto attacks. On Lice, I don't even know exactly how Lice players take it. I presume you combo it first and then jump into spider form and let your mini spiderlings tank. But sometimes you can also tank it yourself to let spiderlings live and deal damage, so you can swap targets. Again, I don't even know exactly how this is done, but the point is you gotta look at pro play and determine what the best way of doing it is. And then practice it a few times in practice tool. Okay, that's really important. So this way, if there is a ward in this jungle, let's say wolves, any camp can be warded. Wolves is a good camp to ward. Raptors is a great camp to ward. So let's say Sejuani has spotted you on the wolves, and you're doing this little motion towards the middle. You're dead now. You're dead now. See what I mean? Like, in terms of probabilities, there's a very decent chance that you were gone and got first blood. Now look at Wavy. Quarter HP. Let's say you were trying to invade Wavy, and you wait for him at his blue buff. You're dead. Right? It's like, we knew there was a ward over here, so you'd have to loop around with the bomb plant. Get to the bomb plant, invade, and it's a kill. So, again. So, because my little tablet is desynchronized, I'll have to figure out how to do this in the text format. Because I can't do it. I can't do it otherwise. Like, it's too hard. Maybe I can write big text. So, let's see. Color 2. Okay, everything went black when I pressed Ctrl-Shift-B. Alright. Interesting. Okay, so that's why my keyboard has been, or like my monitors have been glitching out. It's just a certain button sequence. Okay, I don't know why, but sure. So, first off, so, study perfection, right? High, low, VOD of. And then what you do is you study the fundamentals. Simple combos and routes. Nothing fancy, that's not what we're going for here. Then you study. You can do play-by-play, so that's not required. I mean, you're not required to do a billion hours of preparation work. But make sure that you realize you want to know in terms of jungle route, and the general fundamental concept is you want to get somewhere at a certain time, and efficient clears means low variance, which means you can predict where you'll be at each time. Does that make sense? So what that means is that, for example, in the Fiora versus example is Fiora versus Renekton, or let's say Renekton no wards. Classic silver scenario. Right? So, senseless pushing combined with absolutely no preparation against the gank. So, what do we do to counter this is we make sure gank before the slow push. Can we gank before level 3? So, we can better gank before level 3, right? Level 3 on Sejuani, or let's say level 3 on Xin Zhao. World record pace is 247. Standard pace to like 3 minutes 05 or 3:10. Okay, so that's just a little bit of early game stuff here. So just keep that in mind, and I'll see you in part 2 of the analysis.